10 months is a lot of time for you to waste, especially as a young adult. If your PPA is building your experiences and is enhancing your skills, please stick to your PPA. If you know your PPA is contributing to the growth you require in your career, please pay attention to your PPA. If you know you're gaining something, Nysc automatically gives you your PPA, which happens to almost 90% of core members. But then on special occasions, you see people that have request letters while they are in camp. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Olichi. I'm going to actually say that we tend to talk about the 3 weeks we spend in camp more when the actual struggle is the 11 months after camp. Navigating and surviving that 11 months is a Herculean task. It is, I don't know how every other person did it, but for me it requires a lot of brain work, because first of all, you're new to that environment, except for those people, of course, that remained in the state where they schooled, so you're familiar with the environment. But for people that went to a different place, or even if it's the same state where you schooled, but you went to a different local government, surviving in a new environment, you need to work with, you need to prepare yourself, you need to plan. So I'll be mentioning 5 steps that I think are not quite easy to follow, but they are like a blueprint, a map road that you can follow, and your service year will look a bit seamless for you, because you are now having a roadmap. It worked for me, and then I don't want to live in that place where I'll be feeling so guilty, filled with regret that my 1 year finished and I did not do anything. You can gradually survive your 1 year service, and by the end of the day, you'll be so proud of yourself, because the 1 year service goes by so fast. And by the way, it's not actually 1 year. Let's say give or take 10 months. Okay, 10 months, 3 weeks, or 11 months, because 3 weeks, of course, your leave, 3 weeks in camp, and so your actual stay in that place is 10 months, give or take. So 10 months is a lot of time for you to waste, especially as a young adult. So these are like the easy step. The first one I'm going to give is define what you want. Yes, people actually say it, but you have to tell yourself, what do I want? Why did I choose to stay in this? Why did I not relocate? What is it I want to achieve? That at the end of the year, I'll be so proud that, okay, I did this alongside serving Nigeria. Once you define those purposes clearly, you can just list them out. Like for me, I can easily just get a paper and then I write, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. It might sound very cliche, but I do it and it helps me a lot. Because you cannot be serving without a plan. If not, like I said, the month will pass by so fast. The second step, breaking down those plans into quarterly goals. First 3 months. How do I achieve this? I want to be so good in the media house. Okay, I was posted to a media house, or I was posted to a college of education. How do I improve? If my skill requires me to practice in that environment, how do I improve it more? Do I need to attend more skill acquisition classes? Do I need to go for more internship outside? Do I need to go for more certifications? Then you tell yourself, if it requires you to do that, then you start taking those classes. Okay, I want to use the first 3 months to attend these classes alongside going to my PPA, or committing to my PPA. Would it improve my knowledge in this particular field? Because of course I want to seek for a proper job when I'm done with my service. Will committing to my PPA make me proficient in this job? If yes, commit to your PPA, please. Don't go with a bandwagon that PPA, go twice in a week or once in a week. If your PPA is contributing, if you know your PPA is contributing to the growth you require in your career, please pay attention to your PPA. Go to your PPA. If you can go, of course, the normal time is 4 times in the week, aside your CDS days, 4 times in the week. If you can decide to go 4 times, good. Even if you're not being paid, I know it's quite difficult, because some PPA decide not to pay. But if your PPA is not paying you, but you know you're gaining something, you have to be very discerning. Your PPA can decide to use you. Oh, this person is available. They shove all the work to you. So you have to be very discerning. If your PPA contributes to your career goal, good. Apart from Nysc, you are supposed to do that as an individual. You're supposed to have quarterly goals. Thank God in His infinite wisdom created you have 12 months. So you do quarterly goals first 3 months. My first 3 months, say I started serving in January, for example. January to March, what do I want to do to achieve that plan? You can also do your 3-month planning right from camp. How do you start from camp? Because PPA letters are being released in the 3rd week in camp, you can easily use your phone to browse. Okay, I want to go into the tech space, or I want to actually work in a medical facility. I want to work in a hospital. While you're in camp, okay, example, I'm in Uyo, or I'm in Mina, or I'm in Calabar. What hospitals take uppers around them? What good hospitals that I can learn, enable me to practice? When you search, you have a variety of options, and then you choose. You can try to ask for request letters from them. Request letter is actually that letter that the organization you wish to serve sent to NYSC requesting for you. Sometimes it works out for you, and it doesn't work out for you. Some people get request letters, that's why they are being posted directly. While other persons, NYSC automatically gives you your PPA, which happens to almost 90% of core members. But then on special occasions, you see people that have request letters while they are in camp. So automatically they are being sent to those places. So that can also be your own way of planning. People that abhor the idea of teaching, they don't want to teach. So to avoid anyone to throw you into any of those schools, you can decide to plan it. And of course, if God helps you, you have your request letter. I already explained what request letter is. So if your request letter works out for you well, fine, you find yourself in an organization where you'll be so proficient because you're practicing what you like, you're practicing what you actually know. And then you will gain more experience. That is the idea. If your PPA is building your experiences and is enhancing your skills, please stick to your PPA. I keep saying it over and over again. Stick to your PPA. It helps make your service here worthwhile. Stick to your PPA. But if your PPA, like I said, is not the one that is improving, you're doing totally opposite of what you don't like, you don't know what you're doing, that can also be a go ahead to create time for yourself to learn something else. There are a lot of skills you can learn online. You can decide to learn project management online. You can decide to learn, just have certifications that are hands-on, certifications that are in need in the market. You can decide to improve yourself. If you love teaching so well, you can decide to improve yourself to get more NC certifications. You can go for TRCN. A lot of organizations now that help core members by providing an avenue, a platform for them to brush on their skills on graphics. It can be web design, so you can jump on those opportunities. They are available in other states. So you have, like I said, you have to be very smart, make inquiries, ask questions. If you're not comfortable where you are, ask questions. Don't just wake up, prepare, go out like you're just existing and that's it. No, make your service here worthwhile for yourself. I have to whisper this because I heard some people actually coast all through their services so that they can focus that 1 year on learning a particular thing or to intern in a particular organization. I don't know how true that is, but it was for a good cause. Unlike people that just go so that they can rest and not do anything. Doesn't make sense. The third step is committing to what serves you. Once you've written down those steps you want to achieve, commit to them. That's like the most difficult thing, being consistent. Because in your service here, you meet a lot of persons, a lot of distractions. Of course, the new environment. So new things, you are excited about things. So it's quite difficult to put your focus on one particular thing. So the third step is committing to what serves you. Once you followed your plan, of course you can deviate and do other things you want to do because you're a young person. I don't mean you should be so stiff on yourself or you should be so strict on yourself. No. You can, of course, explore other things that are beneficial to you. You're a young person. A lot of opportunities come from even meeting people. So you should be very smart to commit to what serves you and to also discern on what does not serve you so you can easily pull out from that place. The fourth one is be social. I cannot overemphasize on this. Be social. I want to use myself as an example. I realized that I was supposed to socialize more 6 months after I started serving. Yeah, it's actually very strange. 6 months after I've started serving, I realized I'm not socializing more. Why is it that I keep busy? I have the same set of friends, the same people I met in CDS, and then the number keeps decreasing because either they are done with their service and I'm still left to, like, if they're up to 5, it's going from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2. Is not. You're supposed to socialize, meet people. In fact, your service here, you have more opportunities to meet people, to talk to people, and people will listen to you because you are serving. I don't know why. I don't know what's the idea about it or the magic that happens around it, but it works. Trust me, it works. Once you tell someone, oh, I do this and I do this, and you come and they want to listen more. They want to know what you want to do. People are more keen to invest in you as a core member. They are eager to hear what you want to say because they believe you have a lot of prospects, and please don't let them down. So you should socialize. The importance of socializing cannot be overemphasized. Socialize in your service here. And so the fifth one, and of course the final one, is to be very intentional, which defines every other step we've said. The first one, which is paying attention to what serves you. The second one, stating out your goals, breaking them down into quarterly plans. And then the third one, which is paying attention to what serves you. The fourth one, which is being social. And the fifth one is being intentional. If you're not intentional and disciplined, you will not follow through those steps. So I think you have to start from like the rear. Do you understand? Be intentional. Tell yourself you can do it. Do you know? So when I tell myself that, oh, you've written down all these plans, how are you going to do it? You can do it. Do you know you can actually do it? Me coming out to shoot this video was because I was intentional about it. I said this chair does not control me. I've been procrastinating about it. I can sit on this chair and do the video. Like, what was stopping me? Be intentional. Be very disciplined. I keep saying it over and over again. Service here comes by so fast. You realize that it's closing in fast. And then you start questioning yourself, what have I done? What have I achieved? Why is my 1 year going so fast? What next? So you have to be intentional. And I wish you well in your endeavors in your 1 year. And I hope that you find and navigate through the most easiest routes in this service, because some people find it very difficult, some people find it very easy. Yes, some people find it very easy. So my prayer is that it works out well for you, and then you keep in and you follow through with the steps you've provided for yourself that you know will lead you to that path you're going to be so proud of. So I'm wishing you well in the course of a 1 year service. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. And of course, if I have more points to share that will help you navigate your 1 year service easily, I'll share in the comment section. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and comment. Please, I need your comments. Once I see your comment, I feel motivated. Comment and share experiences with me, and I'll be so glad. Please, thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.